Hi, I'm Mary Grothy, CEO of Sales BQ. Welcome to this short video of etiquette while using Zoom. We'll start with number one of the top 7 tips that we've put together. Camera positioning. As you can see, a nice camera positioning is where you're looking directly at the camera. We can see you at a minimum from good shoulders and up, preferably a little bit more, especially if you are presenting and you want to be using your hands. I'm not distracted. I'm not on my phone. I'm looking directly forward. Let me show you a few examples of what doesn't look good. One, if you're too close to the camera. This is really nice, but as you can see, it looks like I have a makeup mistouch I should have fixed this morning. Might be a little bit too close, and it's going to look a little awkward, especially if you're in a group setting and you have everybody lined up in the gallery view. Second, depending on your camera positioning, if you're sitting down and your camera is too high, it might look very strange if only part of your face is showing. I laugh because this is true and we see it all the time. Now, if you're going to sit with your camera higher, again, make sure it's positioned well. Then we have positioning that we've seen where you're almost looking up the person's nose while they're talking. This is not attractive, and yet we do see it. There's also scenarios where you might have a dual monitor setup where the webcam is actually on your laptop, but you're staring at a screen over here. And you're holding conversations because you're looking at everyone else on your large monitor, but the camera's on you. And unfortunately, it's hard for you to appear like you're engaging in the conversation. Our recommendation is that when you're speaking to somebody directly, you turn and face the camera. And then you can look back over here. And quite honestly, if you can just drag your Zoom session to where your camera is, it might just be a better best practice. Moving on, let's talk about eating on camera. If you're hungry, or maybe you've been on back-to-back Zoom meetings all day long, and those blueberries that you have look amazing, and you're thinking, no one's gonna notice. I'll eat like this. Trust me, people know. Additionally, randomly taking yourself off of camera so that you can eat and then come back on screen is extremely distracting. So none of this. Either. Now that's trying to be sly. We've been on sessions where people are just chomping down as much as they can right on screen. Nobody wants to see this. The next item we're going to talk about is being distracted during your Zoom meeting. I promise it looks different from when you're taking notes. That's obvious because you're consistently looking down at the same time. And then when you pick up your phone and you're going through your phone and you're on your phone. This is what it looks like to everyone else when you're on your phone. It's also obvious when you miss, when you're called on, you say, oh, I'm sorry, I was writing something down. Please don't be distracted. Don't be on your phone. It's super obvious. The fourth tip that we have is don't be on your computer checking emails. Let me show you how obvious it is when you're on your computer checking your emails and doing other work. Looks like this. I'm going to compose an email here to my friend, and I'm responding to that really quick. Gotta pop over. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mute myself so you can hear obnoxious clicking in the background. I had to pull up LinkedIn really quick, and now I'm typing. I have a quick note I want to send to you. Okay, not good. You hear clicking and you can very obviously see I am not looking at the camera and I am looking at my screen. Next, we're going to talk about what it looks like when you're not using a Zoom background. As you can see, I've set here. We'll talk about backgrounds in a second. So let me turn mine off. Great. Not so bad, right? I've got a nice bookshelf pretty well put together, a good wall. This is something we want to avoid. Let me show you. Hi, you can't see me. We call this being in the witness protection program. Don't position yourself with light behind you, which typically comes from a window, but it might also come from being in a dark room where you have a light turned on that's behind your head. It looks the same. It's awkward and it's very difficult to engage with another person when you can't see their face. Other awkward places to do your Zoom call: from your bedroom. Nobody wants to see that. Or your bathroom. Super awkward. Or maybe you're stuck in your kids' room because it's the only quiet place that you can find in the whole house. This is very distracting. That's why we recommend using the virtual background. If you look at the bottom of your Zoom toolbar, you can click the little up caret next to where it says video. Then you choose a virtual background. Then you select the background that you would like to use, and voila, there it is. Hey, if you can, go ask your marketing department and see if they can brand it for you as well. The last thing that I'm going to share with you today, a tip, one that drives me crazy, is when you get called on and you do, oh, sorry, I was on mute. No kidding. Hope you enjoyed these 7 hacks to a better Zoom meeting.